All right.
All right, I'm recording.
Can you hold a book up and then do it with your other hand?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yes. Ooh, yeah, here we go. Lower. Keep going.
Welcome to the tech deck stream.
Yeah, right.
We get not the old school deck out. So this is
Let's
my
see.
favorite little guy.
Let's see this. Ooh.
You can tell it's getting beat up.
Getting beat up,
Like grip
huh?
tape is starting to come off of it.
Let's send you guys over there. Briggs, I love you, sir.
It doesn't look
No.
super impressive. 'cause
Battle
it's on
scars,
tape.
man.
Yeah, it does.
He's a Texas
My mind is literally blown right now.
Literally blown. Oh shit, I got a tweet.
Oh, yeah.
Some feel better vibes because he got his teeth.
Oh yeah, I gotta throw the survey in there.
See you guys tomorrow. I love
Hey.
you. Good.
Hold on.
Survey.
There's more.
Oh, shit.
I'll be right back.
Okay, I got a tweet.
That's
Hey, what up, Phoenix?
Arisen Phoenix.
I gotta open
He's
my
making
recording
my
software.
phoenix rise. My phoenix is my penis.
Oh, we're gonna be talking about some of those on the show tonight.
What, phoenixes or penises?
Both.
Phoenix's penis.
That too.
Oh, yeah. I just got off. Let's start that sentence over.
It's like, is that the end of the sentence?
Yeah.
Can
I
somebody
just got
clip
off,
that?
guys, so,
Phoenix, will you clip that, please?
You got about 2 minutes of podcasting with that. Whew. I just got off some Twitch sings, guys.
did it.
I'm in a mood.
I just watched Evander Kane light up Mark Stone. It was nice.
Hell yeah. The part of the stream, ladies and gentlemen, where you see the order in which the Discord channels are set, so you know who he loves more.
Oh, I actually haven't moved them around. That's just the order they came in.
Let me finish. Notice how my face is the second one. Just want to
Wait.
throw that out there. Never mind. Damn, I took my spot.
Oh, holy crap! You can move the Discord channels around. I never did that.
Yeah, because ours
Was-
is like near the bottom.
Is Dan gonna be here too?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yes.
Oh boy, we got Danfinity,
Oh my god.
the one and only.
Yep. Instead of actually tweeting myself, I just retweeted you twice, Fud, from 2 different accounts.
That's awesome. That's actually incredible.
Yes, thank you, Phoenix. Now send that link to Justin.
There we go. He doesn't really have any of me because they're all on purpose.
Right?
I think he knows that.
We got circle down.
Now I'm lost watching Ben. Ben, you should just do that the whole show.
Yeah, other than the fact that it'd be super annoying to edit.
Yeah, I was gonna
No,
say
keep
you're
it
just
in.
gonna hear it the whole time.
Yeah.
Leave that shit in. Yeah.
Oh, you couldn't see it. I'm doing a 50-50 like varial flip out. Hey.
Hey!
What you want? You want a blunt slide? A nose blunt? Oh, my rail came up.
Go on.
Do a,
Oh
little,
yeah.
little board slide. Little lip slide. Okay, I'm getting no sound. That sounds like a problem for you.
I bet if he's still using OBS, that's what's taking all of his stuff.
I'm using
So OBS is wait. There's a reference to the Books of Sorrow in there somewhere. OBS is taking all of his stuff. OBS is like the worms. I'm sorry, I don't even know if that was accurate.
It sounded accurate.
Okay, good. I'm multitasking right now.
Do your thing. I see Dan.
It's Paul Tassi.
Doesn't he look just? He looks voluptuous.
Dan, your dick is showing.
I don't think he can hear us. But damn, does he look beautiful being deaf.
Either that or he's contemplating leaving again because he doesn't want to be on the show, which I couldn't blame him for. He's like, I
Maybe
don't
he'll
want to
mute
be...
and eat popcorn the whole time again. Oh, I hear him.
He's like, that fucking guy's here again?
Haha.
Okay. But I
Okay.
can't hear you guys.
That sounds like a you problem.
This guy. Oh, Phoenix over in chat. I remember playing with those fingerboards and I got laid. Damn.
Phoenix, I have two
But
kids.
did he
so-
get laid because of the fingerboards is the question.
Exactly.
Wait,
You
what?
know she saw you across the hall and was like, oh my god, look what he's doing with those fingers over there.
I was just one of the kids in the hall.
Hey, hey, hey.
Then she saw my Monty Python.
Are we streaming right now? What's
is
going
streaming.
on?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we'll just ask him all the things through text.
I'm sorry.
Anything.
I'm
Okay.
here. I
You
can hear. I can hear now.
You can
Yeah.
hear. You can see.
How do you
can
feel
feel.
about that?
Fucking Windows update, man.
My computer has been trying to update for the past week, and it just keeps being like, "Your computer did not update properly. Let's roll this back."
Oh
Who
god,
was
yes.
that?
Oh no.
Oh, can you hear us now?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Woohoo!
Wait, you can hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I
Okay.
can
He's
hear
been
you.
able to hear us for a while. He told us.
Yeah.
There you go, Twitch chat.
Fucker.
Bam.
Look at that.
Old damn cooler.
Scott standing up to yell at the TV. I like it.
It's the best.
It's gonna be like this the whole podcast,
There's-
unless this game goes south, and then I'm just gonna you're gonna see my thing go back to the logo, and I'm gonna
You
be
think?
screaming into my couch.
Are you
Wow.
allowed to do that on
You got your logo tattooed on your dick. That's
I'm-
great.
Yeah.
I got my dick tattooed on my logo.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey,
This is multitasking. Sorry,
I'm gonna start recording because
all out of love.
it's playoff hockey.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys noticed while I was doing my tech deck cam, but I got my old Dell not mechanical keyboard back, so that when I type, it doesn't sound like.
I like that.
Aw, I like that. I thought it was a typewriter.
yeah, but I have
Yeah,
the
that's
same computer, same keyboard as his old one, so I'll do it.
It's endearing.
That's me typing hard.
It sounds like my keyboard at work, which I hate so much. I have like a desktop keyboard, but it feels like a laptop keyboard.
It's a membrane keyboard, Steve. It's what happened after 1995.
I know, but I still hate it with a passion. Typing on that thing is a
So-
bitch.
Had a great time making like nostalgia jokes today, just about clients that are on like really outdated versions of the software. Like, well, the
Oh,
first thing
yeah.
you're going to do is throw away your gateway, and
Did you say that
So-
to a
That's
client?
amazing.
no, we're just talking about doing that.
Alright.
We're like, so what you're gonna want to do is upgrade to Windows 10, and I know that sounds like a downgrade from Windows 95.
Oh,
Trust
Christ.
me,
I
I know
am,
it's a lower number.
I'm
That's
so
actually
sorry.
awesome.
I had somebody
God.
at one of my last gigs when I was doing customer support. Like I had help desk, and we'd get. It was actually an email inquiry that didn't get filtered out by the macros that we set up.
Right.
So it was a legit thing. And he's like, "Oh, the site's not like displaying right." I'm like, "Okay, well, what's your system? What are you using? Like, here's what we recommend." I send it back to him. The guy comes back to me. He's like, "I'm using Netscape 3.0." I'm like, "Are you on a fucking potato? Like, do you have a potato with internet access? Netscape? I haven't heard that fucking name in about as long as Obi-Wan Kenobi heard.
Well, and I
in,
kept saying
New
too,
Hope.
I was like,
fuck, man."
if your computer has one monitor and that monitor is square, you need to throw away the whole computer.
Yeah. No, it's like that, dude.
Yeah.
It's like that.
There was one client who was legit like using like DOS commands and stuff, and we're like, "Excuse me." The girl who took the call was born after that. Stopped.
Yeah,
She's
you
like,
were
"What?"
born after that stopped.
I've heard of
Like Lemmings on
DDoSing, but what
DOS.
is that?
Did that client know how to use the other side? Because I mean, it's a curve it's like a bell curve, right? It goes up and then down. The more deep you get into software, it goes up, 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 and then as the farther deeper you get, you're going back to using DOS commands because you're sick of waiting for the user interface to catch up. I used to do it all the time with web development stuff. Like if something was crashing or not working, it was just like pull open a terminal window, kill all, bang, and just keep killing the tasks until you figure out which one is like destroying everything.
Oh, fun. Is everybody
This Hot Pocket is
recording?
gross.
I am currently recording.
Yes. Let me check. Yes, I am.
God.
Is your
No.
mic working in the recording correctly, Dan, with your Windows update?
Are you currently questioning my ability to also like talk and poop at the same time?
I mean,
think you are.
Opposite.
Are you-
no, I'm just
Are you
saying.
pooping right now?
I fell victim to that
Did
a
you
couple weeks
set
ago.
Did you set your bathroom up like a stream studio?
That's-
That's brilliant.
Yeah, that's actually.
I cut a
brilliant.
hole in my desk chair and then I just put a bucket under there.
All right, I don't have to go now.
We're good.
We're good.
I just hooked like one of those hamster like tubes up to my asshole and then run that under the toilet.
Wonderful.
Make sure it's negative pressure because if it's positive, you're gonna have some issues.
Just shoving shit back up into my asshole.
Do you plug the little holes on the hamster tubing? Because if not, you've got like that Play-Doh spaghetti coming out the side.
That's mom's spaghetti.
Oh boy. I've been recording for 10 minutes, and so far we've talked about dicks and poop 5 times. This is going to be a great show. I can already
Convenience and a game. Fun for all of you.
My palms are sweaty.
tell.
Poop spaghetti.
Palms are sweaty. Hamster tube poop spaghetti.
Welcome to the shit show.
Y'all ain't ready. You hear about Betty? Betty spaghetti.
Oh man, that was magic.
Yeah, right there.
Letty the
That-
Yeti.
Oh my god.
Wonderful.
I like it. Letty the Yeti's palms are sweaty already.
He's got that hamster tube poop spaghetti.
Yep.
Ask about Mercury, first name Freddy.
Ooh, show
I
notes.
think that's a show right there. If I'm not.
Yeah,
All right,
we're
yeah.
done.
Uh,
Before we even
Yeah,
started.
I would say
Well, that's the
Cut that
format.
and-
We're just gonna riff the whole time.
Yeah.
I want you guys to watch this before we start.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
It
Me
is.
too.
It was just clipped
All right, we're
from
gonna.
my stream.
I'm gonna put it on stream.
Okay. You have my permission.
Oh wait, can I do that? No, I can't do that.
Yeah,
Oh, I can. Hang on.
you have my permission, so yeah, you can.
That's incredible.
It's here. Okay.
Wait.
This is neon hell that you are in.
the
Man,
80s.
You take a step away from Destiny for a little while. And
Shit
Blood
gets
Dragon style
weird.
levels.
It's all Tron up in there. Damn.
I was like, that looked clean and not decrepit at all. What happened?
That was an incredibly well-timed fart command.
That was well timed.
Wait.
Was that you farting?
Dan was like,
Because
Dan's
you
like,
farted and said Zach, and that's where I was like, well, wait a second. The story has changed.
Oh
hey,
my god.
what's up, Michigan fan? How's it going, my dude?
So good. So good.
That's incredible. I love it.
I just gotta pop out the chat.
Dan's like,
It's almost as good.
yeah, it was the fart command.
Yeah. It's almost as good as this. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it is my favorite thing on the internet right now.
Waiting.
This was yesterday I was sick and I came home and like went to bed for a while. I woke up and like Jenny had just gotten home.
Oh yeah.
So
I've seen this.
I watched this like 8 times in a row. The timing of
I like
all
the
of
bass
this,
player with the pinky that's broken.
this is just so wonderful.
Oh man,
It's all of it.
how long is it?
Oh,
It's
man.
Like
like
11 seconds.
it
Oh, no,
is
like a
a
minute.
minute.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's
I'm throwing it up on the stream.
Easy, dude.
Kid with a broken pinky.
commercial
God.
though, where we just watched the They clapped.
Everybody's just like,
What do we do?
Rock and roll the smash key.
This is painful.
That was incredible.
My soul's so good.
Is that kid playing a rock band drum kit?
I don't
It's
know.
just an electronic kit.
They look similar.
He's just like, I don't know what to do.
I can't falls and the drummer goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way it falls.
Because
His reaction.
His fingers are still moving. He's like moving to the next note. It's just like it's not there.
Break it down.
So
It's
good.
clap.
Out of a cartoon, man. Because if he just went and like laid down on the floor and just kept going.
Yeah.
Man,
But, like,
I don't
every-
know how to describe this band.
Is
Dan,
it like,
This-
listen to it
Which
real
one?
quick.
Which one?
I just posted it.
All right, I'm clicking it.
So I went to second song. I won't want you kill yourself. I thought that was pretty good.
Okay.
Okay. Oop, hold on.
The middle of True Colors is pretty good.
It reminds me of like junior year of high school.
But then go to like number 4 and skip to like 40 seconds ish in.
Well, that
Wow. Oh. And
no, I'm
getting
just
longer
listening to the first.
Like, how do you describe it? It's just it's alternative rock is like the worst way of describing it.
Yeah, that's the worst way of describing it.
But what is it? It's not like hitting anything too hard.
Well, yeah.
It's like all the
Well, it's
basement
kind of punky.
genres.
It's kind of indie.
Indie,
Oh.
punky. Just say that.
Yeah, it's like
Reminds
I
you
would-
of junior year. So that's
yeah.
2003.
All right, we'll get
Yeah,
there.
2004. 2004.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right, let's just
you're
clap
younger.
and start the show then.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to. Yeah, I'm good.
Uno, dos, tres. That was a bad count.
That was
I'm gonna do
bad.
it one more time. 1, 2, 3.
There you go.
It'll be somewhere in there.
So I keep thinking of answering the phone and being like, "Hello, my name is Ben. Thank you for calling." Blah blah blah. And then somebody be like, "Oh, it's a fucking computer." No, I'm not.
No,
have
I am not.
feelings.
I am a living man.
I promise.
All right, ready?
Maybe.
Sure.
Hello, listeners. This is BarelyADS, the show where we shoot from the hip. I'm your host, Det Ben Malone, and with me tonight we've got the largest group we've ever had on the show. It's a lie. It's me, Det Ben Malone. I got Xanafan 711,
Yo.
Slapshot Scott. He saluted. Elmer Fudd is here, our good buddy,
Hey.
and the long time, I think, first guest of the show, other than Pope, Danfinity.
Hi.
He has returned.
Hello.
How are you? Hi.
Hey, Dan.
That's a side of Dan we have never heard on the show. It's the soft, docile
Hi.
Dan.
Hi.
Right.
I just want to say thank you so much for having me, and it really means a lot that you guys trust my opinions, and thank you.
Well, I hope your gate doesn't cut that off. The band of the week this week is brought to you by The Invisible Man. The Invisible Man can't use healthcare because doctors can never see him. God damn it, Lance.
Nice.
The band
I
is
didn't know I
called.
was an invisible.
No, you just don't have health insurance. The band is called Sleeping Patterns. You can find them at sleepingpatterns.bandcamp.com. The album, Prejudice, we listened to it, and it was hard to nail down the genre. Well, we decided indie punk. It's
It
good. I like
Sounds
it.
like
Yeah.
junior high school 2004.
There.
I'll take it. Yeah.
All right.
That's a good genre.
It sounds like they were listening to that and then have modernized.
There's
I'll
another
say that.
band that there's another band that they sound like that I can't peg exactly, but it's so good. So good. I'm not gonna eat up time talking about
It's good,
that.
though.
Even though
I think we should.
it's
What are
good.
you? What are your thoughts?
What other? I mean, they've already.
let's
the
deep
listeners
dive
have
into
already
this.
heard it.
Yeah,
Little
Really?
guitars.
So.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on.
I like bands that have those.
What kind
Yeah.
of guitars were they, Dan?
I'm gonna guess an Ibanez.
Electric.
Electric. Yeah.
That's even better. Okay.
It has strings.
6 strings. Maybe one were broken. They were playing 5, but
Mm.
hey,
They had 8 squirrels
Squirrels.
named Lucky.
Squirrels.
what's happening right now?
I don't know.
That's it. No,
All right,
that's
it-
it.
But
Hey,
this
send
is
us an email. Send us anything that you want, or send us your music, and we will play your music on the show. That's right. We do have somebody that reaches out to bands, but if you want to reach out to us, we will appreciate that. And Steve, we've got one in the tank. We got an email. Did you see that email?
I did not.
Okay.
While he does that, the band that I was thinking of was called Modern Baseball.
Oh, I know them.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
they kind of sound like Modern Baseball. It's a little emo-ish.
That's fine with me.
Yeah,
I liked it. I like
Oh,
the
yeah.
music. It's
I like
hard.
it too. It's
Much
hard to
like-
describe.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
you email your
Right.
band in, please put your genre so this doesn't have to happen. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, and also so that way Fluffy is informed of what
Yes.
genres are.
Ooh,
Um,
got it.
Of what genre?
Wait, hold Does Fluffy not know what genres are?
no, he knows what genres are. He just does well.
He only knows 2.
Yeah.
Got him again.
He knows emo, punk, and rap.
He
He
knows
likes
country
to. He
and
likes.
western.
He likes 2 of those.
No, that's
He also-
Jay, Dan. That's
He-
Jay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He also knows ska, I think, but I don't. I think he thinks that that's like under
No,
the
that's
punk
punk.
umbrella.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. See.
Yeah, I think that's just a shortened version of your name is what he's thinking. I don't know.
Yeah.
No,
maybe. I
we
don't
talked
know.
about it, and I was like, basically, I think that what you called the Weaker Thens, calling them an emo band, is not correct.
Yeah.
We called them emo like punk, and I was like, no, they're like
No.
very much an indie band. But
Yeah.
I was like, aside from that, hey, Aside is the song that I picked on their playlist. Um,
Did that.
I think that honestly, conversations about defining a genre is like real dumb. Like if you're gonna argue about it, it's mostly just so you can give somebody an idea of what they're headed for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So arguments aside, still doing housekeeping. We have a Twitter. It's at BarelyADS. You can go to our website, BarelyADS.com, and then from there, we got a link to our Discord. And by the way, if you're gonna be an asshole on Discord, you're gone.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say about it. We got a YouTube channel. You got to search it up. So just look for our podcast, BarelyADS, no spaces.
Yeah.
That's very important because I tried to look it up the other day and I couldn't find it for a minute. So please go give us a like on YouTube so that way we can get to 100. We're at like 30.
Yeah.
Getting
So-
there?
We'll
Getting
get there
It's
eventually.
better than like 2 weeks ago when we were at 7, I think. So
Hey man, it just means that anybody that does subscribe, you had to work for it a little bit. So you,
That's
you
right.
really like us, guys.
Yeah.
If
His
you
first
really
100.
like us,
You
if you really like us, you can go to patreon.com/BarelyADS, and from there you can get our podcast called "Is This What You Want?" because we don't know what to do. So that's that.
Yeah.
And that comes out every month. And then a month later, those episodes come into the general public feed because we like it and we want everyone to listen to it.
Yeah.
But not right away unless you pay. Microtransactions.
yeah,
Yep.
microtransactions and paywalls and content.
Freaking EA.
Oh, if you try real hard, you can listen to it for free, but you got to try real hard.
No, thanks. I'm gonna edit that
Chicken
part out.
waffles.
I probably won't.
I didn't tell him how. I just told him there's a way.
So yeah,
It's
please
always
get-
uploaded to Pornhub for free.
Get into that Discord and then
Oh,
also
yeah.
tell a friend about this podcast, please. We're
Okay.
we're
Hey.
kind of
Dan.
Of course, a different color lately.
Yeah.
You should listen to this podcast called BarelyADS.
Yeah.
I should.
With
Yeah, I
the
told
name
a friend.
change came the slow move into other things that we talk about.
Look,
Yeah.
man, it ever since they lost Scary Internet guy though, it's kind of.
Yeah,
Don't remind me.
I know. We're all sad about it. The world is sad about it. Even
The
Scary is
story
sad
days.
about it. So.
Scott's like, fuck that guy. He's Gandalf.
Wait, why would
Oh, God.
why would I say that about Scary?
No, I'm just kidding. Because he always trolled you about Star Wars.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Star Wars later. But
Yeah.
for now, the TWAB.
No.
No.
Oh God.
I'll just edit in music, or I won't.
Yeah, probably not. So the TWAB, the Revelry just happened. It's like reskinned stuff that you've played, but with different mechanics. It's kind of fun. Iron Banner. Yeah, it's what do you call it? The forest thing. Again,
Infinite Forest,
Yeah.
it's Infinite Forest, but
Verdant
it's
Forest, yeah.
actually infinite, or can be, and there's a buff that applies to the whole game,
Yeah. That
including.
hasn't got anybody on Reddit upset.
Oh
at all.
no!
I
Oh,
saw
good.
that.
It's nice to hear.
But I will say I was glad that no one knew what to do yesterday, because it was only day 2, and it carried me the double suppressor grenades and fighting lion combo carried me to my Recluse in Luna's house. So got those last night.
Hey.
Yeah,
Nice.
because it
Nice,
was
dude.
ridiculous. But today
That's
it
good
was
shit.
terrible.
I heard all-
It was terrible today. Yeah, please don't do that to comp ever again, Bungie.
Shit, man.
So-
if that was the case, I should have jumped in.
Yeah, Dylan posted on the Reddit. He's like, "Look, guys, we hear what you're saying about competitive, and maybe it was definitely an oversight for us. We just
Mhm.
wanted to break everything and have some fun, but next time we'll know better than to touch comp.
Yeah,
There's nothing we can really do about it right now, so enjoy the next couple of weeks of being broken as shit. But we'll look into it next time. Okay,
Yeah.
just calm down."
they
Put
said
the
they
patsy-
wanted to patch it and were
pacifier
planning on
back
it, and then they discovered that it would take until the Revelry was over to fix
Yeah.
it. So they're like,
Put
well,
pacifier back in. It's fine.
And I'm sure they did. And they were totally calm immediately.
Totally calm immediately.
Sure.
Definitely. So, but something that will be crazy is these buffs in Iron Banner when that comes back next week on the
Mhm.
23rd.
Oh, that's still a thing, yeah.
Yeah, Iron Banner with crazy double skips and double every kind of grenade, because that's all anybody uses with the buff. You could get double punches, but nah.
Yeah.
Also on Tuesday, something we've all been waiting for. It's finally happening. They're nerfing Spectral Blades.
Oh, hold on.
Well,
Can we
When,
all?
hold
when
on.
I signed up to be a guest tonight,
I wanna savor
I-
this moment. Hold on.
Yeah.
Mm.
This is an intervention, basically.
Have you been using Spectral Blades, Dan?
Ooh.
Around
yeah,
it.
yeah, I'm a back flipper, motherfucker. Oh,
Well, you'll
they,
still be able to backflip, just not for as long anymore. Because they're
That's nerfing Titans.
that's
and all,
fine.
right?
As you grow older, that happens. But I don't like the changes that they made seem fine.
yeah,
I
it's
just- yeah.
the damage reduction for when you're out of stealth is down to 52% from 60, and when you're in stealth down to 54.4% from 62%, which puts it at the like near the bottom of the damage reduction scale for all the roaming supers. Apparently, they're also making it last. It's going to be shorter. The length out of stealth without attacking is down to 14.5 seconds from 17.5 seconds. The length in stealth with no attacking is down to 23.5 seconds from 26.5 seconds. And the best part is the light melee attack cost, super cost, is increased by 50%. So,
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Well, and like Nim brought this up when we were on Planet Destiny last week. He was like, people are using it as a mode of transportation more than anything. Just 'cause they like
Yeah.
swipe 3 times across and they're already across the map.
Yep.
And that makes sense, and I don't know. personally, like I felt if they took that down considerably and they took the shield down a little bit, so
Yeah.
that you'd be able to actually like take it down with some shots, I could see that being fine. You
Yeah.
know, like it's not game breaking. It's not doing to it what Blade Dancer had done to it in D1. So I don't know. It's a good change.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still playable. You know, there's been some nerfs where they're like, and no one's ever gonna play this class again. So great.
Yeah. Nova
Yeah.
War.
Well, we'll
Perfect
see.
Yeah,
example.
exactly.
Nova Warp's making a comeback though, finally.
Yep.
So they're going to take a look at Gwissinvest as season 7 approaches, but there won't be any changes to Gwissinvest until then, if there are any changes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's the TWAB. That's it.
Wow.
Fastest.
Even when we actually talk about stuff, it's still the fastest.
Yeah.
I have been just totally doing other things. Destiny's backseat right now. Had to put it down. Been years. Had to put it down.
Years.
It has been. We've been playing this for half a decade. So
Yeah.
I think
That's
it's.
pretty crazy when you think about it.
Oh
It
yeah.
really is. Jesus. I had thought of it. Hold on, give me a moment.
How many years ago did I meet you guys?
2
Oh my god.
Yeah.
2?
over 2.
Okay. All right. I accept that. That's fine.
Yeah. Weird, right?
Any
all
longer
take
than
it.
5, I'm gonna have to bow out.
Yeah. No, I don't blame you.
Let's all have a moment of silence over how long we've been playing Destiny.
Right? And everybody but Dan is kind of on the outs.
Yeah. You guys suck. It's fine.
No,
We've
I've
all
I've
done
actually
shit.
played the most
We're having
out
a
of
moment silence.
most of us, except for Dan.
Dude, I played last week. I played regular PvP for the first time in a long time. I think I might have posted this in Discord. I don't remember. I was talking about it with a couple people. And I forgot how much I really loved hearing Shax just shout random stuff at you. Yeah, my favorite, still one of my favorites of all time is when you shut down people with a super. I got like a fucking. It wasn't the breaker. Is that the 4 stack when you kill 4 people in a row? It
Annihilation.
wasn't a 4 stack. I was standing on Firebase Echo on the outside of the hallway, like back from the elevator on the little platform.
Mm-hmm.
And it was mayhem, of course. So I pop my hammers, and I see this warlock not paying attention, shooting down the hallway with a scout rifle. So I beat him with a hammer. So I'm like, well, fuck it. I'll have another super in like 30 seconds anyway. So I just start chucking hammers down that hallway. Apparently, I killed half the team because they weren't paying attention and they were rushing up the hallway. And it was the exploding hammers too. It wasn't the sunspout. So I got like 4. It wasn't enough for a 4, quadruple down or whatever. But it was really funny because I'm just sitting there laughing. I'm like, holy fuck, these guys are awful.
Yeah. Oh
You know
yeah.
what they should do to Destiny is the longer that you go without playing, they should just drop where you're at in the skill-based matchmaking, so that way when you come back, you're like, oh shit, this is fun.
Seriously.
Oh man.
That would
Are
be
you
a
kidding
really,
me?
like-
If they did that, there'd be a Senate investigation.
Yeah. Dude,
Like,
you know, it's funny. I don't want to take this too far sideways, but like I played PvP last week, like I said, and I was thinking about it this week. I'm like, man, people take this shit way too fucking serious.
Oh, they do.
Like, I took a couple weeks off because of work and everything else was just absolutely crazy. And of course, it's the playoffs. I'm watching hockey instead of playing video games most of the time. But it's one of those things where I came back and I'm like, man, this is really fun. And I was like, I forgot, like, not taking it too seriously and trying to enjoy it.
Yeah, when you're not out there just grinding for a weapon in every loss, you're just like, no.
Yeah,
Son of a bitch.
you're screaming at the blueberries who
Yeah.
die with 15 motes because they can't fucking bank, and you're just like, what the fuck,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was fun, and I was, man, I can't believe, like, I saw some of the stuff Dan was talking about earlier today, and Reddit, their weekly pitchforks and torches, and they're like, oh, this is horrible. I'm like, really, guys?
Well, and that's so something that was a little bit more personal. A buddy of mine, he was going for Not Forgotten,
Right.
or no, he wasn't even. What's the other one?
Luna's Howl, right?
Luna's Howl. He's going for
Yeah.
Luna's Howl, and he got up to like halfway and just couldn't hit that next like
Right.
plateau.
Yeah.
He just kept staying at the same place, coming down and like kind of weaving back. And he was like really, really upset about it, and like to the point where he would give up. And a buddy of his offered to help him get it, right?
Yeah.
And so he goes, yeah, sure, whatever, just do it, because like they're really good friends, and the other guy is a god at PvP, and people like blocked it. Like he said, like he had told a few of his close friends, and a couple of his close friends blocked him.
That's
Holy
fucked
shit.
up.
What?
Yeah,
That's
like, oh,
fucked up, man.
you earned that gun. It's like
Get fucked, man.
Oh my
That's
god.
It's a fucking gun in
It's
a
a
video game, like a
It's
digital
not
fucking thing.
a win button.
Jesus,
Grind
good
out a win
lord,
button.
dude.
Yeah.
That's nuts, man. I can't believe that people like. Yeah, I don't know, man. Just like wrapping it, like the little aside here. I'm still fucking floored by how serious people take this stuff. I play for fun, and it's like, man, somebody actually blocked their friend because he had somebody help him with fucking quest.
Oh my god.
Like, what is wrong with you?
I'm blocking all of you just because I don't like you guys. Not because of the quest thing.
Right.
I'm blocking all of you because of your opinions.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
Thank you.
I don't know. I'm gonna keep checking in, keep my eye on what's going on. But I've been playing other stuff, still grinding out that division. I think I'm like level 24 now. I'm almost there.
Hey,
Nice.
nice, dude. You're almost. I think we're almost on par because I haven't had time to touch it.
Yeah. Well, I've been playing Metro, and I finally beat Metro 2033, the first of the 3.
Yeah.
How'd you like it?
That game I think came out in 2006.
You.
And it is great. It's like the levels are nice and short, so it's like a good game if you like are like, oh, I can only play for like 30 minutes. You can still get stuff done. They do so much with so little. By like, they'll introduce something for one level and that's it. Like, I'm assuming that you've played it, right, Fudd?
Oh, it's been words. It's been a while, but yeah.
Okay, so I was
think when it came
playing.
out, I think it's the last time I played that one.
And I got to the library, and those like ape monsters that come after you, they're only in that level.
Uh-huh.
And the game it's like a 20-hour game, and they used these creatures for like, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's like a half hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the rest of
it's
the time you're
just
sitting there
little
going,
stuff like
when are they
that.
going to come out again?
Yeah, there's really like, I think only like I counted there's like 5 different monsters and then humans. And they did a good enough job of spacing all that out to where it didn't ever feel stale because of just they're changing like where you're fighting everything the whole time. And like little stuff like when I was in the library fighting those giant apes, they had a spot where the floor,
I hate
like,
when that happens.
the floor would fall out if you stood there long enough. So I kept getting wrecked by these things because the first time I came across one, it took like half of my ammo to kill it. And then the next time they're like, oh, here's 2 of them. And you're like, oh, dear God.
This is all of it.
And they like jump like through holes in the floor to like the next floor, and then they'll run around and pop out somewhere else. It's really creepy. But yeah, I got to a point where I just ran, and then it knocked me backwards, and it made me fly back into like this hallway, and I landed, and as I start to get up, I landed on this platform that breaks if you stand there for too long. So I stand up and the ground falls out from under me, and I land in some water, and I'm like, oh, I can get up, and I'm like standing in this water, and it's all green glow, and then all of a sudden the thing just like poof, like drops in front of me and just kills me real quick. But I was like, that was fantastic, and all it was just the platform fell out, and it was a new enemy type.
Because the sound design's so good, you're just like, you're in it, you know.
It does. Oh yeah, I was telling Steve there's a part where they had these little scorpion things, and you can hear them chittering in the walls.
Yes.
Oh, that's fucking creepy.
Oh,
but
That
here's the
sounds
thing:
creepy as
the
fuck.
game is old enough that I don't think that they're able to be like, oh, you'll stop hearing that when you kill all of them. I think they're like, oh, that we can't really like program that, so it just always happens. So you insinuate that they're always there. And so I just turned off the sound, turned on a podcast. I was like, I don't care.
Oh man,
That's
I had to walk through. I was like, nope, this part I'm done.
we gotta find these guys a clip of that sound. It sticks with you for life.
Yeah, it's like,
Mm.
ugh.
It's disgusting.
It's kind of like when you're on the dreadnought, the hive worms when they like go into the hole. But if that was like consistent and creepier, like more aggressive.
Oh.
And they're just giant mutated scorpion things that don't sting you; they just jump at you like a face hugger. Ugh.
It's disgusting. And,
Yeah.
and it's great because every game after that they get better designed and graphics get better.
Yeah. I'm maybe like 30 minutes into Metro Last Light because I got both of those on Steam, the Redux versions,
Yeah.
and same HUD, same weapons, same exact controls. There's no new thing that you can do. They added some new guns, which was cool, and then it's not snowing anymore, and it looks better. And I was like,
Yeah.
I was telling these guys earlier, I was like, I like when games that did a good job just keep doing that, but give you more. I was
There's like immediately going to the second game and going, well, now I have to relearn everything.
if only their other games could take note of that, to not just completely scrap what really worked in the first game.
Oh, you know what?
When you go to the
There was a
second game.
game recently that did that, and it's called The Division 2.
I have been playing that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's all I have about Metro. I started playing it. It's fun.
And if you
That's
listen
awesome.
to us a while, like 2 weeks ago, we talked a lot about Division 2, but we didn't talk to Dan about Division 2. And I know he's been playing it. How are you liking it?
I like it.
What level are you, Dan?
What's your
I'm
gear score?
currently level 30.
So you got a gear score now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I'm at like 240 something through the kindness
your gear
of
score?
friends. Yeah.
Okay.
And,
Gear score?
Yeah. So. Yeah, I think so. And,
Yeah, it's a pretty good gear score.
I haven't played it in probably like a week.
Yeah.
Like after I hit 30, like I don't know, like I want to try out the raids and everything. It's a good game. I really like it. Sorry.
Same.
It's one of those things where like it's hide shoot is
Yeah.
a lot. That's like 90% of the game, and
Yep.
I get kind of bored of that.
No, I feel
I
it.
feel it. I feel it. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
So,
It's
Yeah,
I'm gonna try and get to like 400 or 500, whatever the gear score is. That's like
Yeah.
up there, so that way I can do the raid. And then I'm probably gonna stop for a while, just because games as a service to me are like, all right, there's too many, and I want to play a lot of them. So
yeah.
I need a new tactic, and it's just like, hey, when you finish the content, just stop until more comes out.
Yeah, until
Yeah.
the next
Yeah.
thing comes out.
Well, and you guys got
100%.
more. You have more time to get ready for the raid because it got delayed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Till May, right?
Thank God.
Yeah.
I'm so behind.
Which also
Yes.
a lot of people are like, also thank God because it was coming out the same day as Endgame.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can't get anybody to play the raid with me because they're all watching stupid.
I can't do the end game because you're all watching Endgame.
They're all watching the Justice League movie.
The super
Zack
you-
Snyder. Also, I watched Aquaman. Ask Me Anything. Anyways,
How was it?
awful.
I haven't seen it.
It's God fucking awful.
Really?
I finally saw A Quiet Place because
Yeah.
when it came out, my wife saw it, came home and was like, "Oh, I saw this great movie," and then told me the entire plot. So I had to wait long enough so that way I forgot what happened. Like she told me, and I was like, "Yeah, that sounds awesome." Now I don't want to see it, so I had to wait.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
I finally watched it, and it's awesome.
I
It's a
won't.
great
I
place.
probably won't watch that
Buster
movie.
was raving about that back when it came out. I remember that because he's
Yeah.
like, if you like scary movies, go see it. And
You
then, of
know they're
course,
making a sequel to that, right?
A quieter
Yeah.
place.
A more
Silent
quiet place.
Um,
Quiet
Place the
Place?
Reckoning. I don't know.
Just move on.
it's just
We
weird
made
because
all this money.
I've been watching a lot of The Office,
Yeah.
so like I was just picturing that as like, yeah, what happened was is that,
Jim got really.
well, Pam
sad.
died, Pam died and he remarried, and then the world went into an apocalypse. And this is what happened. So I'm just like, God damn it, Jim.
Can you imagine if he just randomly looked into the camera? Just at one
She's
point?
dead, Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah. But speaking of Aquaman, I beat Injustice 2 this week. I needed a palette cleanser. I needed to see credits on something, and those have really good storylines. So yeah, it was pretty dope. Not as good as the first one, but it was still really good. And they took my favorite character out. A little salty about that.
Who did they pick out?
There's no Batgirl.
Oh shit!
I'm out.
I don't know how to play that.
I've been itching for a racing game. Like not like a serious racing game, but like I played Mod Nation Racer on PS3, which was pretty awesome. It was like by Little Big Planet folks.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like fully customizable. You made your character, you made your car, you made tracks, and then like you raced against people on the internet. It was like
if you want just a good like story racer, Need for Speed Most Wanted is really good. So
see,
if you
I
get like
want
this is
something
an
that's
older
like
one.
just kind of like this was kind of like Mario Kart.
Oh, so you want like
I want
like
like
an
a
arcade-
kart.
And just get Mario
Like
Kart.
Like an
Well-
arcade racer.
Thinking about it, but like I
Yeah.
want like I don't
You
know.
can get
I just
whatever
I
Mortal
want
Kombat
something
has.
that I can customize everything. I want Mod Nation Racer, motherfucker.
Then just play that.
Well, they discontinued the servers. You can't play it.
Wow.
Ouch.
not-
I'm sure there's private
Sucks.
servers. You can be one of those guys.
Start your own server for.
Yeah, look up on Reddit. I bet there's people that play.
Hey,
Like
you
the
wanna
old
play
D1
on
sweat
my
community.
Private mod racer server?
It's an
I'm
RP
not
server
doing
too. Dan, you've just been playing Destiny. You've been playing anything else?
I played Destiny. I played Division. I was gonna play Path of the Exile.
What is that?
It's like
So
Diablo.
It's free. It's like it's free Diablo. It's on all
Friablo.
platforms. Friablo. Friablo Espanol.
Free Ablo.
Yeah.
Get shirts that say Free Ablo.
That was my favorite Mark Squareism. I think I could hear him saying that.
Diablo.
But Friablo Espanol. But yeah, so there's that. I never finished Anthem.
Oh.
I finished the story, and
I
then I
didn't
was like,
finish the story.
Same.
I'm out. You're not really missing a lot by not
Yeah.
finishing
No.
the story.
The story
Apparently,
wasn't
the
an
end game is
afterthought.
where it got good, and by the time I got to the end game, I was like, I don't know, man. I want to play
Yeah.
something else. I'm kind of tired of flying around.
Yeah. I never finished Mass Effect 2, so I might dive back into that.
Do that. Yes.
try to do
Excellent
some more
choice.
stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Dan will be
I
the
need
catalyst
something
we
that's not a
need.
scary game. I need something that's not scary because I've been playing Metro, and then on PS4 I'm on Resident Evil 2, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, I need something that's
Oh,
not
geez, so
gonna
you're
freak
all
me out.
horror games
Well, you've been
right
playing
now.
Donut County. That's not scary.
Yeah, but I only play that at work.
do you
That-
play games on your phone at all?
Donut County, and then Florence. Those are the
Have
only
you-
two that I've
Have
really
you played
like,
Hold Down?
No, what's
Okay.
Hold Down?
It's
I'm always
a,
down
it's
for a mobile game.
It's a game where you so you're on a planet and you're drilling down into the planet. I found out about this from like the Giant Beast cast.
Mm.
But it's
Love
like
that.
you have a ball up at the top and you are breaking rocks to get further into the planet so you can destroy the core. And as you're doing that, you get certain power-ups along the way that you can purchase.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's a mobile game
It's
for
pretty
you
well done.
that you should
It's
get.
pretty well done.
And this I heard about on Kind of Funny. Ding Dong XL.
I don't know. I don't
Ding Dong
remember.
XL.
Ding Dong
Please,
XL.
please tell me. Hold on. Hold on. Please tell me this is a mobile game version of Ding Dong Ditch.
Oh, I don't know. I actually don't remember
Is it?
what it's about, but they were hype as hell about this game.
Damn.
And
You're a
then,
door-to-door salesman for Excel Energy.
and then it's getting released on Switch too. And so they had him on, the developer on. It's a one-man developer. They had him on the show to be like, "Yo, I bought a Switch so I could tell you guys that I'm porting it to Switch."
Wait. I'm watching this, and
Yeah.
this is literal. I'm watching the video for it.
Uh-huh.
It's
And
like
this looks like Catch.
just throw a ball back and
You're
forth.
throwing a ball back and forth. So if you ever missed out on doing that with your dad,
This is like
there's the game for you.
this is like one lane Frogger.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
What are you doing at the cemetery?
Dan went and got
Finally,
the art.
This is Catch. This is
All right.
Oh my god.
So it's Catch.
It's literally Frogger if you had to jump across the entire street every time.
Wow. That is.
Son, pass it to
Wow.
me. Why are all
That-
these birds flying in our way?
Yeah. Ding dong Excel. All right.
What is
I'm
happening?
telling you
Birds
right
are
now.
flying
You guys.
very
You
low.
guys.
These birds
Yeah.
have been flying so low
Dude,
today.
we-
Why is that?
I don't understand.
Brett, what have
we
you
bring
been
Dan
playing?
and Fud on the show, and we start
Oh,
walking. We start walking the line of, I'm going to hell for this."
That's day-to-day life, my friend. No, so I had to step away earlier. Dan, you were talking about a racing game, and
Yeah.
I dove back into. I don't know if you ever played Sonic and All Stars Transformed Racing.
I've heard that that's really good.
It's insanely good. I actually dove back into it the other night. Someone made me stream an extra hour. They're like, "You're playing this," and I was like, "Okay." I was like super tired, and I loaded it up again. I was like, "This is so much fun." I forgot how great this game is. So definitely
See,
recommend that.
Crash Team Racing is coming out, in June,
Oh yes,
and I think that might scratch my itch a little.
yeah. Oh, that was one of the best.
Guys,
Yeah.
there's you could play Road Rash on PC for free on Windows 10.
Scott's eyebrows just went into his hairline.
Hold
Oh,
on
yeah?
a sec. Hold on. You have my attention.
I just googled
good.
Road Rash PC because I was trying to find Road Redemption,
Mhm.
and I just found Road Rash download free for Windows 10, 7, 8, blah blah blah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
See, all I'm pulling up is
I-
veryhealth.com. Road rash. Symptoms, diagnosis, causes, and treatment.
It sounds like a you
I have
problem.
not googled Road Rash as many times as I have.
According to
Yeah.
WebMD, I'm gonna die.
It's cancer.
Yeah. Damn it.
There's a game called Road Rage on PS4. This is what people want to listen to, right? Me just like looking at
Yeah.
video games on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Is
Yeah,
this what you
games
want?
Have the word.
So what
road?
about this one?
I don't know.
I
it's-
found a rap
yeah.
of the Parappa the Rapper video about road rage. I'm pretty.
No, like
Pretty
Crash
stoked about
Team
that.
Racing, like bringing it back. I'm kind of excited about Crash Team Racing coming back.
I'm
So I can be,
insanely
like,
excited.
Scratch that itch. You know.
No, my
I
whole
don't know what the
family-
audience for that would be, but
Well, my whole family, parents included, we used to do like Crash Team Racing tournaments all the time.
Yeah.
So like the second I saw that, I sent it to everyone in my family, and we're all like, "Oh my god, it's on!"
Oh
It's
my
gonna be
God.
pretty good.
If
Dude,
you want
and
to
you
see
can probably
hype,
do it online,
Gray Fox
right?
plays that with his daughter.
You what, Dan?
You could probably play that online, right? Like,
Yeah.
There's got to be. Oh my god.
Yeah, I would assume.
So basically,
know Gray
it's
Fox
gonna
plays
come out,
with
and I
his
won't be
daughter,
invited over
so-
for Christmas. So it's gonna be awkward.
Okay,
because
Scott.
you're gonna style on him so bad.
I'm gonna destroy you, Mom.
Scott, there's a
Right.
game called Road Rage on the PlayStation 4. It came out in 2017, and it is essentially an open world road rash. Now,
Whoa.
this comes with a
Oh my
caveat.
goodness.
It looks like absolute garbage,
oh,
but you can ride a motorcycle and hit other people on your motorcycle.
there you go. There you go.
I mean, it's kind of there. They've got kind of half of it.
Yeah, I mean that's
Is
all we
it-
really want, right?
See, what I like those games, but the thing is, like, they always try to inject stories into them, and it gets really stupid. There was this game I got a while back that was like $5 from I think it was last year's PlayStation sale, called The Crew, and the driving in that game is super fun. The cars are cool, like everything. It checks all the boxes for a cool driving game, except for it's got all these dumb, like, cut scenes or like audio cut audio cut things where they're like, yo, you got a mission, and it's some bullshit where you're like, yeah, go chase this guy and then like ram his car, and you have to make him scared, and like he'll back down or some fucking nonsense. I'm just like, I don't care, I just want to drive car, okay? And I don't like want to be told that there's like crimes that you have to commit, or a fugitive you have to bring to justice, other nonsense. Like, if I want a story, I'll go play another kind of game. I just want to drive cars and cause chaos. Like, that's why I bought this game.
Do you want to get into this news?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Why does it say Xbox One sad?
Xbox One S all digital edition.
The sad edition.
Because
Yeah.
Xbox is always
It's for sad bros.
Yeah.
It's for those bros that are sad.
That's sad Xbox.
Feels Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Sad.
Ooh, a
Sad
deep cut
Xbox
there.
is losing it's going discless.
Yes.
Yep,
it's-
and it's on the way for $250.
I don't ever
Wow.
want to go discless.
which is more expensive than I thought this was going to be.
Well, there's like $300 for one that has a drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think the price point would be on that though?
I don't know.
200.
You'll probably be able to get it for 200. The MSRP is 250, and I doubt it's going to
Around
actually.
Christmas, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Christmas, 200.
Mhm.
Black Friday,
I can
they'll
see
be
that.
blowing them out the door for $100.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm down with that. I might actually get one.
You can blow me
No,
up.
I won't. I have a PC.
Monk at TOS.
Smash Brothers Stage Builder launches to a plethora of penis platforms. Go figure. You let people create stuff and they made a dick.
Yep. Lots of it.
Until a
Oh,
swastika
it's
shows up.
deeper than that. It's deeper than that. Okay, so of
Are those
course
stickers?
all the people made
Dicks are deeper than that.
made dick levels, right? But there is like a search suggestion functionality, and so you can
Wait,
sort
hold
by
on.
like. So in order to play these player made levels that are lots of penis levels, because of course kids play Nintendo and they think it's funny to make a level with a bunch of penises in it.
Wait, it's not? It's not funny?
No, it is
Oh,
funny.
I think it's
funny.
This is totally funny.
It is funny.
I was
But
gonna say, are we more?
I'm about to make
are
it
we
more.
more mature than me?
It gets funnier, is what I'm trying to say. In that
Oh, nice.
there's
okay.
like a
Is
browse
there poop
option.
too?
There's a browse option, and it will suggest levels to you. And the vast majority of the levels being suggested to people to play on are these levels full of penises.
Okay, so I just want to say, in this news week,
This is great. I love it.
Xbox One S has gone discless,
Mm-hmm.
and you can find all of those discs in Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
That's because Xbox and Nintendo are partners. You know what I mean?
Flopping
Yeah.
around. Flopping around.
Just flopping around, yeah.
Yeah.
Those dick levels are just flopping around.
Dick levels
This-
just flipping around.
This story from Rebecca Valentine at gamesindustry.biz.
Is it a dick's man?
Yeah.
Oh, and you can play on those dick stages as Joker from Persona.
Cool.
Yeah.
He's out.
He's out.
Never played that game. Is it good?
Neither have
It's
I.
supposed, if you like JRPGs, it's supposed to be one of the best
I
ever.
do like JRPGs.
I just learned what a CRPG was the other day.
Canadian?
So dumb.
Is that a Canadian role-playing game?
No. It's a computer role-playing game, and I was like, dumb,
Oh.
dumb.
It calls you a fucking hoser.
Oh, man.
Except it doesn't swear. It just says effing because Canada is very polite.
Guys,
I don't know, man. Have you seen Letterkenny?
Yeah. No, that's. It sounds exactly like Letterkenny.
so I know, Dan, last time you were here, we talked about Stadia, and you were super excited about that. Well, get excited about this. The PS5 has kind of been like
It's been half
announced-ish?
announced. Yeah.
They talked about it
Yeah.
yeah.
ish. Yeah.
We know some
what
things.
I heard
was
about the
gaming
Wired
industry. Was GameIndustry.biz the first person they talked to? I thought they talked to somebody else. Like
No,
Wired.
it was
Someone-
Wire,
yeah.
but I pulled the article
Wired,
from
yeah.
GamesIndustry.biz.
Okay, so PSVR support, and that includes the like current model of PSVR. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8K support, don't need it. Backwards compatibility with PS4.
Cool.
That is the best
Okay.
part.
Um,
I'm
would
listening
like it
again.
if it was backward compatible with everything, but
It's
Yeah.
supposedly supposed to be launching 2020, for probably fall 2020. And this is my favorite part: a solid state drive. So I guess what they did
Oh,
was they
yeah, I
were
can see
going
that.
around asking developers like, "What would you like in the new PlayStation?" And they're like, "I know it's a far cry to ask, but solid state drives." And so that's what they're going to do. They are supposedly going to be putting in like a pretty baller solid state drive, and they're pitching it as no more load times.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
They also are using like some new AMD chipset that's supposed to be like super powerful but also cheap
Yep.
to
They're
kind of keep the cost down.
that's one of their biggest goals is to put this in the wheelhouse of most gamers. So they said that they should be able to release it at an MSRP that will be appealing to gamers in light of its advanced feature set. And the PS3 price point was referenced as like a bad thing in both of these articles.
$600.
600. So
So what's the most you guys would pay for this new one?
I'd pay probably. I expect to pay 500 for a brand new console.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say 500 is a safe spot where you can sit there and be like, well, it's not a computer.
What did the PS4 launch at?
500, right?
No, I believe so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think if you, one of my buddy of mine in another Discord, TJ said that like if you save $1 a day with the prospective launch of like November of next year, you have a PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
The
But, like-
PlayStation 4 launched at $400.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
400.
Yeah.
Then
Well,
I would expect this to be at 400 because the PlayStation 4 did super well. And they want to keep that train going.
I think.
But I want to know
see
what's the most you would pay for it. Where do you draw the line?
I think 450. I think 450 to 500 is the sweet spot.
Yeah, I won't pay more than 500.
I
Yeah.
would pay up to 6.
You would?
Okay,
I'm not.
Damn.
I would
but
not
you're
be
playing on
happy about it
PC.
at all.
you're playing on PC though, so you chose your frames over friends. So
Well, with that solid state drive, I get my frames back,
okay,
but I won't get those
You get
friends
both.
back.
Oh,
Oh,
No.
that's the dream.
I'll be your friend.
No, I would pay up to 600, but I would not be thrilled about it at all.
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, this sucks.
I very
would-
much doubt that it's going to cost that much, though. I can't see it being more than 500. If they're talking about it being affordable, it
I
can't
think 5
be,
is where it's
it
going to
can't
end up.
be more
'cause
than
I think they're
500.
really going to try and make it powerful.
yeah.
Right.
Well,
Think-
and there's also the thing of like, what if they do like a slim version? What if they do like
Oh,
the
yeah.
Apple model, where they're like, okay, we're gonna do a slim, and it's gonna have 350 gigabyte, and like the model that you want, the one that's gonna be $500, that one has
Yeah.
1 terabyte or a 2 terabyte hard drive. You
Yeah,
know,
2 SKUs
like,
right off the
I
bat.
couldn't see it going over a terabyte. Like anything over a terabyte for a solid state, you're like getting back up into ridiculous price. Even though solid
Well-
states have dropped like significantly.
yeah,
Over a terabyte, it gets like back into crazy town.
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. We'll just have to see. Like,
We'll just have to wait over a
Yeah.
year and a
Yeah.
half.
It's
I
a
think-
waiting game right now.
Yeah.
I think the big thing this next console generation, and I've said it in chat, and I've said it to you guys, like, is definitely going to be service.
Yeah, this is
And,
the
like-
Wild West.
It's
Yeah.
the stream box
Like-
generation, right?
Well, and I think you're
Right,
gonna have
exactly.
PlayStation that's like the classic, get your game, put it in the system, and play it. I think
Yeah.
Xbox is gonna be a little bit of both. Stadia is gonna be the streaming, and then you have PC, which is like who knows what the fuck is happening on
Yeah.
the PC.
But
True.
but the thing is, if I see
So- Game Pass
see
on
the
PC.
moves. You see the moves that like the Xbox is making, like Game Pass on PC. You have it on You have it on the Nintendo Switch. You have it on Xbox. You have it on your fucking phone.
Yep.
Like they have control of that market share now.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
it's just weird because this next generation seems like there's going to be a ton of different ways to play everything.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
and I think
100%.
I really think with the features that we're looking at when it comes to that kind of stuff, because everybody's kind of tilting towards service.
Yep.
I think if PlayStation could come out with the prettiest box in the world. Sorry for the euphemism. But they like it could be
Go
the
on.
prettiest thing in the world. It could have all that you'd ever need, and it could have, and they could still say, "Oh, sorry, still no crossplay. Sorry, still no cross save functionality. Sorry, still no," and they'll lose the battle.
Yeah.
Here's the one
I
thing
think
that
that'll
I
definitely
think
be the killer part. for
will
sure.
save them in the battle, and if they can continue to just, it's not arguable that the best games are on PlayStation. If they can continue that,
If they keep getting those like crazy exclusives, I think what they're really
Mhm.
banking on is the streaming thing to not work well.
right?
Yeah.
Because if that happens, then they're like,
Yeah.
haha, we get all the
'Cause everyone
business.
else is
Xbox
jumping
is
on
like,
board, yeah.
wait, you can play games here too. Come
Yeah.
on, don't leave.
Well, but Xbox is still working on streaming too. xCloud is coming, and if xCloud is as good, or maybe even a little less good than Stadia, they win. They beat Google because they already have the infrastructure in gaming.
Yeah. Well, and I
And the
heard something
studios.
too where like, do you remember when the Xbox One got announced and then everyone was like, "What the fuck?" And then PlayStation came out and was like, "Here's how you share games
Sure.
on PlayStation," and they just handed
Yeah.
it to somebody.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to do that again. So
Mhm.
when like the streaming thing is weird, they're like, "Here's how you play games on the PlayStation," and they just put a disc in it.
Right.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Both sides are gambling different directions and hoping.
But I
hoping
don't
they're right.
think the Xbox will go discless for.
No, I think we're gonna see
No, I
a
don't
disc
I don't think either,
version.
but I think with how much they're going to promote the streaming side, that PlayStation it could probably do that and be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
then
think
it depends on the
I
public.
wonder
reaction.
how many peripherals the Xbox version will have. But no.
Yeah, I'm
You don't
excited
need
for the new
anything else
console.
in your house, just the Xbox.
Yeah.
I bet we hear an announcement about the next Xbox at E3 since Sony went.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And since they're the only people that are still going to be at E3, Nintendo's not really there. EA's not there. Sony's not there.
No one's doing it right. Oh my
Well,
god.
it could be that Sony says, "Hey guys, a week before E3, we're going to do a state of play."
Yep.
Stupid Nintendo Direct knockoff.
Yep.
We're going to do a state of play, and then they lay out exactly what the console is going to be
And all the games that are going to come out with it.
and then like they go and have fun at E3 next week.
Yeah.
And that's all anybody talks about at E3 for the
Mhm.
first
Yeah.
like day.
It'll probably be like, hey, remember we were talking about PlayStation 5? Here's what that's going to be. Oh, yeah. And here's all the games that are going to come out at launch with it. And at the very end, they're going to be like, as well as Last of Us 2 Remaster, Ghost of Tsushima Remaster. By the way, those are coming out at the end of this year.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, what?
Yeah.
And you can play them on your PlayStation 5 when it comes out.
With
Can
it
we touch on the fact that like people are
Wow.
saying, okay, I'm fine. I apologize for that.
No, what were you saying?
No, so a thing I've been hearing a lot recently is that the next Battlefield game will be Bad Company 3, which is exciting. And that could be like the launch title for the PS5.
I have also heard this. I think we talked about that last week on the show.
I'm
Yeah.
only halfway through it. Awkward. So
Oh.
No, it's fine. We talked about that, and like Grand Theft Auto 6 was
6.
rumored to be a launch
Yeah.
title.
oh, I didn't hear that. Shit.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know. I feel
Yeah.
like them making Bad Company is like if they were like, oh, you know what? Let's just make Skate 4 or 2. You know,
Mm.
like let's just give them that.
I don't
Like
know. I
Crash
never thought I'd
PS4.
get a remake of Crash Team Racing, and here we are.
Good old CTR.
I want to
Sounds like
remake a
fun
Diddy
stuff.
Kong Racing.
I want a remake of Daddy Kong Racing.
Ooh.
That's a different thing.
Yeah. Sorry. You guys want to do some listener questions?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Do you guys believe the hype behind the Cleveland Browns this season, or are they cursed to continue playing mediocre football? That question from Tom Cruise's cousin.
I'm in the same
Say hi to
place with the
cousin.
Cleveland Browns as I am with Anthem getting better. Like if it does, cool. If not, it's to be expected.
Thanks for tying it back to gaming.
Yeah.
Nicely
Hey,
done.
were we not going to do the ad?
Do we have one?
Yes.
I don't see it.
That big
Wait,
giant
hold
paragraph right before the listener questions. You skipped one of the questions too.
Oh, should
Oh.
I read the ad?
There's a huge gap.
The gap's in
I
a
see
different
a huge
spot on mine.
Yeah.
Giant gap.
Huge.
You
All
could
right.
fit like a Mario penis level in that gap.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Nice.
Somebody read
There we
this
go.
ad.
Go ahead, Dan.
Everything
Yeah.
moved
Read it.
around.
Yeah, go ahead,
to it.
Dan.
I'll read it. This week at Cosmodrome Vodka.
Wait,
maybe
what are we
somebody
brought
else
to you
should read
by?
this. This week's episode is brought to you by Cosmodrome Vodka.
Oh, it's Revelers Arbalist Vodka.
Oh, okay. Brought to you by Revelers Herbalist Vodka, aka Rav. This week at Cosmodrome Vodka, we have some bad news. A new vodka flavor and an announcement. News first. Our Tarsus vodka distillery is shutting its door for the time being until they can build a roadmap to show They had released one on Twitter a while back, but much like our devotion to the taken anus, their efforts bore no fruit. We are constantly being forsaken by the taken anus in the sky. Business has been too slow to maintain operations in Tarsus, so for now, we're transferring the employees there to our Cosmodrome distillery. And we're replacing Cosmodrome hunters with freelancers. Piss off hunters. Oh my god. Our new vodka flavor is themed around the spring event, the Revelry. We got our hands on the Herbalist exotic weapon, grabbed some of the tonics that give you seemingly endless grenades, and wandered into the verdant forest. We traveled 1,043 branches into the forest, suck at top tier streamers, and used the Herbalist weapon,
Wow.
loaded with tonic shots, and shot the local flora in the forest to create Revelers Herbalist Verdant Vodka, or Rav Vodka. Tastes like grass, looks like bioluminescent algae, and smells like a Spotify playlist with over 100 songs. Yum. You'll be able to find our newest product on store shelves as soon as our transport crews traverse the 1,043 branches of the verdant forest and back. We never said we were good at logistics. As for our announcement, we will not be hiring the admiral known as Hambo Nibs for the Breathable Atmosphere Editing Council here at the distillery. We chose not to breathe Earth's oxygen because, like the atmosphere, breathing goes over our heads. So remember, Guardians, in Cosmodrome Russia, oxygen inhales you.
Every time.
That was fantastic.
So good.
Oh, man.
So good.
So the question that I skipped over, I'm gonna ask it now, and then we're gonna answer it at the end. This is from NRNG. What's
Okay.
one song or album you wish was re-recorded for improvement or quality?
Ooh.
I have
Can it
mine
be
locked
one
and
of our
loaded.
own?
So we'll save that so you guys have time to think about that while we answer all the rest of the
That's
questions.
a good one. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, that's a great question. Thanks, Nar. And thanks for giving us the bands of the week. NRNG, everybody.
Yeah. All right.
Laz wants to know, for Division 2 players, what's your favorite outfit to put on your agent? I currently have a red plaid shirt, white sunglasses, a cowboy hat, and shorts with leggings.
I'll go
It's
first.
the hotness.
Nice.
Go ahead, Dan.
So I've been role playing my character as a bike messenger. And I got like the National Guard helmet. It's an orange helmet, but it just looks like a bike helmet. And like he's got a tattoo on his neck and just this fine wispy mustache. And I was like, he looks like somebody I'd know. Yeah, this is a bike messenger in the apocalypse. So that's
That's
the
fantastic.
helmet, the wispy mustache, tattoo on the neck.
Nice.
I like it.
My character is wearing gray joggers, skate shoes, a Hawaiian shirt, and a mask with like night vision goggles.
So he's Jimmy Buffett.
With
Yes.
the
I was
night
gonna
vision
say
goggles.
that's
She's Jimmy
night
Buffett.
vision.
She's
Night,
Oh.
night vision.
Jamie
Jimmy
Buffett.
Buffett.
Jamie
Jamie
Buffett.
Buffett. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I got an EMT shirt on, and then some like skinny jeans and high tops, and classic. I got my chips.
There you go.
Nice. Yeah, I think I'm wearing like the. What have I got on? I know I've got the cowboy hat on with skinny jeans because yes. And for the shirt, what am I? I can't remember what I'm wearing. It's been like a week since I played. I think I've got the hazmat suit on
Oh,
with skinny jeans and a cowboy hat.
Love it, love it.
Do you say I'm a cowboy, baby?
Baby,
Every time
I want to be a cowboy.
I still don't have a hat. I don't know. The hats always make like, because I'm playing a girl, so the ponytail looks weird when you put a hat on.
Mhm.
So,
it
but I've
does.
got green hair.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm quirky.
Oh, so
got
you're Pixie
personality.
Dream Girl.
Good God.
Squidipus says, "Which Disney princess would you be?"
We need to assign each other. Well,
Okay.
Fudd's the one from Brave, of course.
Okay.
Because he's got red hair.
Yeah, because he. Well,
I
he
thought
doesn't.
it was because I was brave and my dad is pretty
All right.
cool.
It
and-
is.
okay.
It is.
Okay.
That's the real
Okay.
reason. Mhm.
So
That's
Fudd gets
fine.
to go next.
Yeah. Pick somebody.
Oh, all right. Jeez, this is a rough one. Let's do. All right, Scott. I'm gonna go with
Predator? Can I be Predator?
Predator.
Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty. Aurora.
Yeah.
Mm.
Aurora. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
You got
Why?
that? I don't know. He's just got those kissable lips, you know.
That makes sense.
It's got a Snow White vibe to me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I
It's
can see
because the
that.
hair.
Yeah.
It's the hair.
I guess
I'll
you
just-
live with a bunch of midgets. Yeah.
All right. So Scott, your turn. Here you go. You get to go.
I got me and Steve already. It's Elsa and Anna
Yeah.
from Frozen.
It actually makes sense.
Mhm.
Well, which one's which?
I'm definitely Elsa.
Flip a coin.
I'm cool with that because I'm prettier.
I'm cool with that. Get it? Because of ice.
It's all right.
Yeah.
My eyes
just
just
let
stab
that
you through
joke
your
out.
heart.
I was gonna say though, like one of us might be Moana and the other one Pocahontas because those are the two brown ones.
I love you guys.
Wow.
Perfect.
Like, does the little boy from Coco count?
That's
Oh,
Dan.
That's a badass movie.
Dan.
Dan's the little boy from Coco.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that being Dan's.
I just want to play music.
Dan's Fiona from Shrek.
Oh no.
I'll take it.
I know it's not a Disney princess. Please don't send corrections.
Oh,
Oh, God. Here's a question. Have you ever had a crazy itchy asshole and had to fart to itch it? I think to scratch it is the correct thing, Justin. But yes, I've
Yeah, I've
farted to scratch
definitely
my
done that.
itchy butthole.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
I did that a week after I turned 30 and lived to regret it.
Yeah.
Have one of
Yeah.
those ones that makes the cheeks clap.
Never trust a fart after 30.
Yeah.
You just got a loose
Truth.
butthole at this point. Sometimes you fart and you're like, I'm gonna go wipe up.
Yeah, seriously.
Like
Oh, it's
I-
not
God.
feel right.
Just because you throw a finger in there every once in a while.
yeah,
Mm.
loosens you right up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Justin says, try after 40, Dan. And I'm sure that when you're over 40, that you're just constantly just like shitting over the course of the night. You just wake up to shit
Well, when
spots
you're
in your bed.
apparently when you're over 40, every story you have is about indigestion, stuff caught in your your intestinal tract, farting on clouds while you drive home. You know,
Yeah.
most of your stories are fart and poop related, and you know.
I'm just saying everybody on this podcast has hair.
And we're back to poop talk, guys.
Oh, I love you. Oh my god.
All right. Gear Dad says, what's a fruit you don't like in its actual form, but enjoy it as an artificial flavor? For example, I hate grapefruit, but it's my favorite flavor of LaCroix. My daughter hates strawberries, but like strawberry milkshakes and strawberry starbursts. So I don't dislike bananas, but I like them better as artificial.
Ooh.
Like banana candy is awesome.
Right.
It's because the flavoring that the banana candy is or what is the word I'm looking for? A banana that doesn't exist anymore. It's gone forever.
Extinct?
They still make bananas taste like that. Extinct.
extinct
Thank
it?
you.
Wow.
Basic
Extinct.
English language.
It's tough, man. It's tough. I know.
It is. It
Or
is. But yeah,
blueberries.
so
I don't like actual blueberries,
Yeah,
but I
I'm gonna-
like blueberry flavored
I'm gonna
stuff.
say cherry. Like maraschino cherries don't count as like actual fruit. So, but like real cherries with the seed in there, nah, I'm not about it. Give me cherry candy.
peaches.
Peaches?
Oh,
I love
I
real
don't
peaches
like
though.
eating a peach. I don't know why.
What?
They're so
Yeah.
good though.
What?
I don't know.
I was gonna say like sour apple. Generally, like sour apple.
Yeah, an actual sour apple is not that good.
Yeah,
Love
but
apples.
like you get a good like sour apple like Jolly Rancher.
That's a
Okay.
really good answer.
does everybody here like the sour apple artificial flavor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck anybody that's like, ugh, sour apple's gross.
Hey, man.
I
Shots
feel like
fired.
that's like a you either love it or you hate it. Nobody's like sour apple's fine.
If it's here, I guess.
You know what I wish actually was a fruit is blue raspberry.
Yeah.
If that were a real fruit,
Yeah.
See, I'm
Game
having the
over.
opposite problem here with a lot of stuff. I like the actual fruit, but not the artificial flavor. Like grapes, I'll eat grapes, but don't give
Right.
me any of that fucking
Oh,
fake.
yeah.
No, I'm
flavored
with you.
Shit.
I'm with you there, man.
oh yeah.
Faux
But,
grape
like-
is either like okay or horrible.
It
Oh.
usually makes you want to puke. Yeah, and that,
Yeah.
that probably has something to do with.
What is this?
The cough syrup thing.
Yeah.
I think
I was
that's
gonna say
why.
it's probably the cough syrup thing, man.
I think they do blue raspberry because like otherwise it just here's another red candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to define it somehow.
Dan, the long pause. Just looking down like, oh, here it is.
There it is.
Enjoy it, I guess.
Yeah.
Filthy animal.
So Scott doesn't have any. He likes all the real fruits, hates all the fake ones.
Not all.
He eats fake fruit.
I can respect that.
But he likes dessert fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could have said anything. He did agreed right there.
He's like hockey.
Let's try this out again.
All right. Is this dosy? Olfactory memory is when you link a memory to a smell. What smell do you get when you think of Destiny? Oh, man. Pot.
Honestly, it's a little bit of pollution because when I started playing Destiny, I was living in Vegas. Just a little bit of pollution coming over from California, you know.
I think it's cigarettes and beer, honestly, because when I really
Yeah.
was into Destiny was like when I was living by myself before I moved in with my wife and before my daughter was born, and I was just chain smoking and getting wasted every night and playing King's Fall over and over again.
I was when I first started playing it, I was playing it on a friend's PlayStation 3, and it was a band house, so it was like all dudes.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and like there's somebody sleeping on the couch in the living room almost always. So it's like, dude funk, and like day after, like somebody smoked like a cigarette butt, and you're just like,
Stuck it in a beer can.
Like a wet cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like
Mm.
yeah.
It's the smell of college. It's just a cigarette butt and a beer can.
So Destiny's bringing up really good memories for you guys. That's good.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, like it was a period.
It's fun times, man. You gotta go with it. Gotta.
For sure.
Some people like to party, and I liked to party. Now I just like to farty. Because
You can't trust.
I don't think I should be having as much dairy as I'm having. I don't know what it is.
He's not 30 yet.
Shardy, apparently.
It's 30 in 10 days.
Hey.
Oh shit.
Close
Hey,
in like 3 days when this episode comes out.
get ready for the existential crisis, my friend. You're gonna.
I
Have
was gonna say it's
No,
all
goddamn,
downhill
dude.
from here, Ben.
I already have enough of those things.
Oh boy.
It's gonna get worse.
Oh boy, are you
My
ready?
life is. When you don't have the need for survival, existentialism comes up, and existentialism is just bullshit. My resolution to not being stressed out all the time and worrying about everything in life is just being like, nope, fuck anything existential. I'm done. I'm done being like, why do we spend all day at work and only spend so much time with our family? What is wrong with humanity? Like, no, you just can't. You're not changing shit, bro. Just give up.
I'm just gonna be over here.
Yep.
Don't mind me.
Oh.
That's when you turn into a grumpy old
All right,
man.
It
so-
wasn't that. It was just like, oh well, band broke up. I lost my job. Fuck.
Now what do I do?
Yeah.
What do I do?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And, that-
exactly.
and that's
Well,
a
like,
Just
mood.
lose all of your like ego and id at the same time, and now you're
Dude,
just like smack dab
it's-
into this place that you have to
it's-
discover for yourself.
It's fucking brutal. Like similar, like.
Fudd's
time
not 30
thing
yet
happened to
either, and he's
me.
just sitting there like, oh
And,
dear lord.
Like yeah, similar.
It's
Dude,
coming.
I was in a very similar spot to Dan in the sense that like the one cool thing I did before this podcast was the band, and that kind of like disbanded because I had members like we moved to different places or whatever. My bass player
Started
moved away.
families, stuff
Yeah,
like that.
Huh?
New jobs, and then of course that job, like 2 jobs fell through, and I'm just like, fuck this. This is awful. I need some win, any win. I don't care.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
got to a point where I felt like I've started winning again, and I'm just like, yes,
Yeah.
I'm getting
There
back
you
onto
go.
it.
Enjoy it
getting
for
back
10
on the
more
horse.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, after that, it's like fucking. It's like riding a ocean in the middle of a fucking like hurricane. It's nuts, man.
It's weird when all the guys in the scene are all the like your friends are all
Yeah.
gone. Like you go to a show and you're like, oh, none
Oh
of
my
them are here
God.
anymore.
Yeah.
They're all kids
so-
now.
I experienced that last weekend. There was like for record store day. I went out after work. Like I took a nap after work. Like 32. Like
I
and
saw
then
that. I
got
like
up-
that tweet.
I got up and I went out, and like it was real weird. Like there were probably like 4 people that I recognized from like the before time,
Uh-huh.
and like it was like yeah, I just ended up hanging out with them the entire night,
And everybody's like 5 to 15 years younger than you, and you're like, what happened?
Dude,
Yeah.
I've
and
been
like
thinking about this lately, actually. Go ahead. I'll follow
yeah,
up.
I think so. A couple of times, I think it was like because the people that are in my scene, they know what I do now, and somebody brought it up, and so I had a couple conversations about Twitch while I was out there, and like explaining it to younger people who just do music and don't give a shit about the internet.
That's always weird.
Yeah, that was fun.
That's always
So,
weird.
I don't know.
Yeah, dude, I've been going through, like I said, similar thing, except for it's, like all of my friends are getting into weird artsy and like other kinds of music, and I'm still sitting here like going, dude, the new Sick of It All record is fucking amazing. It's fucking great. That band has never put out a bad record, and I'm just like, they're fucking so good. I'm like, talking about that. A couple other records like just dropped. I'm like, man, this band is really good. And I found like a couple of my friends went to my bass player who actually he moved away, but now he's back but living in Connecticut, so not near me. and he ended up joining up with a band that we were friends with for a long time. That we played with a bunch called Cry Havoc, and they're fucking awesome. They got a new record out. That's amazing. And I'm listening to like all this hardcore and punk stuff, and I'm like, fuck yeah, man. I'm not an old guy. I may be old in age, but I'm still listening to like the fucking angry youth shit. And then I talked to like some of my other friends, like, oh yeah, no, I've been listening to like dad rock and stuff. I'm like, what?
Dad rock.
So
How? What is that? And how
Nice.
does this happen? Like,
I've
kinda just
noticed
like,
that everyone kind of tends to stick to what they listen to in high school is like where you'll always gravitate back to.
oh
Mhm.
god,
And
not me.
That's
Yeah.
fine, you know. But what I've been trying to do is split my time. So equally as much as I go back and listen to stuff from when I was a youth, I have to go and find new bands that I like and also
Yes.
listen to them.
Yeah.
Dude,
Because I don't want to be the person that's like, oh, I have no idea. Like I don't. All I listen to is stuff from 30 years ago.
it's crazy too,
reminds
because like that fest that my bass player just played with Cry Havoc, there was a bunch of really fucking good like oi bands that I haven't heard of before, and so like
He said oi bands,
Oi
not
bands,
boy
yeah.
bands.
I was gonna say. I
I heard oi bands.
Yeah,
it's
go.
a genre of street punk, and so like
I was
hear
just
that and I'm
making sure
like,
that the listeners.
yeah, no, it's definitely If you listen to like the first two Dropkick Murphys records, it's kind of that.
Don't
kind
lie.
Of,
Scott's out there listening to 98 Degrees and
I
Insane.
don't even know who that
he listens
is.
to 99 Degrees.
Oh, Lord. But yeah, it's crazy. Like, I found a bunch of new bands. I'm like, yes, this is awesome. And I think there's like three of my other friends who are into it. Just, yeah, I know, man. I'm listening to like, I don't even know, some weird like artsy hipster band that you hear at like Hot Topic now. I guess I don't really know. It's just one of those things where I listen. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And what happened?
Hey man, people like what they gonna like, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta listen to
mean,
it all.
If
Exactly.
it works for people, that's cool. But I mean, I just introduced like having my son driving around with me now. I have to like find music where there's not curse words in it.
Hold on.
Playlist
How old is
for
your
him.
son?
He's 2. And
Oh yeah, he's fine.
yeah. No, it's getting close. There's a couple times where I've said something and he looks at me and starts saying like, "Don't." No.
Yeah.
You do
Not
not
even
say
think
fuck.
about it.
Oh my god,
Although
I was playing Destiny with Fluffy the other day, and his daughter was playing Mario Odyssey next to him and getting very frustrated, and she cussed. And I think his daughter's like 6 or something like that, and he's like, "No, we don't say words like that." And then he says to me, he's like, "Shit, that was probably my fault." And I was like, "Oh yeah," and he's like, "No, that was definitely my fault."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I get a buddy was watching me today, and he was like, "As soon as my daughter walks in the room, you're going balls, 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 balls."
Wait. So talking about old music, what's one song or album you wish was re-recorded for improvement or quality? I think I figured mine out.
Go for it.
No, I take it back because I like the sound of the mix from back then. I was gonna say Thursday's Full Collapse, but that's that album's already perfect.
See, all right, I'm going with, it's an album that I own on vinyl, but this record is with my friend in Vegas. It is a live album from Pink Floyd in which they play all of Shine On You Crazy Diamond, Dark Side of the Moon, and Animals back to back. And just the sound quality of a live recording in the 70s was not great. So if that could be played again and recorded well, this album is amazing.
You know what? I was listening to Iggy Pop, the Now I Want to Be Your Dog,
Yeah.
and
Ooh.
I would like that one updated because the sound quality of that is just like fucking terrible, and it's
Yeah.
part of the charm. But I think that the song would still be good if you
The
if
one
you
piano note in
recorded
the
it.
background.
Yeah, but the guitar sounds just like like you can't even like tell what it's playing, and
Yeah.
the drums are so thin. Everything's super thin. I
So-
just am curious what that would sound like as like a big sound.
Oh yeah.
That kind of I was gonna say like MC5's Kick Out the Jams, but Rage Against the Machine
Ooh.
did it already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They made a better version of that song. I'm trying to think like albums that like I'm gonna say our second album. Like if I could say my own album, I would say the Bonesetters' second album. I
Okay.
wish
Alright.
that I had made some choices that weren't so washy, because at the time it was like very reverby focused, but it only dates the record to a time. If I could
I feel
take
that.
some of that out, yeah. So
We
like,
our first record was supposed to be like very clean, like light distortion, because
yeah,
that was like modern baseball was like the big thing when I was writing a lot of it. And luckily it took so long that I was just like, hey, let's just add a bunch of gain
fucking
and post.
distortion.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
let's dirty it, this thing up, make it sound like a real punk record.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like the more that I think, like at the time of recording that second one, I viewed the first one as a failure, and so I tried to steer the opposite direction, when in reality I should have probably steered into that first record sound.
You know what?
Hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Maybe Nimrod.
Really?
Yeah. All right.
Or Nimrod or Dookie. That'd be cool to have them like redo that.
With the second guitar.
I don't care. just like modernize that.
Yeah.
This is tough.
Yeah, I would like the album
I'd probably do
Rising from Rainbow. I don't know if any of you guys listen to old school Dio. But
Rainbow in the Dark, my friend.
thank you, brother. But yeah, that album is like one of my favorites, but it's like you can tell it was early, so I think that'd be awesome to have.
Yeah, a lot of that old
Yeah.
stuff just sounds real thin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're like,
And-
wait, was that what I thought it was? Yeah.
What's weird is go back to bands from like the early 2000s, like like Thursday is like a great example. That snare drum is like the most
Shit.
pingy, like ping ping
Yeah.
every time they hit it, and now everyone's into like just like kuh, like
Yeah.
chest
Gut
thumping
punches.
snares.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny how drastically different it went in like 10 years.
Well, it's just how tastes change. And
Yeah.
like,
But that's why I was originally going to say that, and then I was like, yeah, you know what? I kind of like going back and listening to that because it reminds me of a fun time in mixing.
Yeah.
I just, man, imagine Destiny's Child in today's sonic landscape.
Oh my god.
That's
life
okay.
changing.
Oh man.
All right, Scott.
All right. So I had I was thinking about this, and
Motorhead.
it doesn't. No, that's the thing.
They were all
like,
perfect.
Yeah, there's like I don't know. I listen to a lot
Hawkwind?
of No, I'm not really a fan of Hawkwind. I haven't listened to them. There's a bunch of like late 70s, early 80s punk and metal bands that I listened to, and it was like that was the era that it came from. So like Ramones, The Clash, Motorhead, like all the big ones for me. Those are the ones that I listened to. I'm like, yeah, it kind of that was like what the era kind of sounded like. So it doesn't bother me as much, It's kind of where the roots came from, and then like obviously Grok sort of evolved from there. I was gonna say the first album by Sick of It All, which is Blood, Sweat, and No Tears, released in 1989. Because the recording quality on that was absolutely like just awful. See, and that's the other thing too, is like as far as like there's some people who love their punk rock records to sound like it's guys screaming into a trash can while somebody's beating it, and I don't get down like that. I want to hear good guitars. I want to hear good bass. I want it to sound good. So like this record, the recording quality just kind of wasn't good, and you kind of sort of tell that. It was, but I think that was more like, again, the question of is it the era or is it the like recording quality? I'm not really sure, but I was gonna say this, and then I looked at the track listing, and I'm like, holy fuck, man! They recorded a bunch of these because they did an album a couple years ago. I mean, say a couple, but now it's like probably came out in 2011, where it was they took a bunch of their old songs like crowd favorites and basically redid it. And so like the song Injustice is one of my favorite Sick of It All songs. On the original sound of it, it was like it doesn't sound great, and it kind of like I was like, man, I can't. It just sounds like a fast punk song with like the halftime beat, whatever. Not really, good. And then they came out with it with same with Clobber in Time. It was another good one. Like on that new record, where it was not shit. I don't remember the name of the new one where they recorded. They redid the stuff. It comes out with Clobber in Time, and it's just huge and like modern. And it sounds like a modern like hardcore song with gang vocals and stuff. And then it just kicks into Injustice System, and it's just like seeing them live. So I mean, they kind of already did that. I guess I'm just kind of curious if they redid this record in similar style to like something like Built to Last, for example, which is probably one of my, if not my favorite album from them. It's one top. I'd be curious to see if this record could stack up to or beat Built to Last. In my humble, I fucking love that record. I'll sit there and listen. That's one of those records that you listen to it every day. You can listen to it every day.
I changed my answer. It's Unhallowed by Black Dahlia Murder, their first album. That could really use the metal, like the modern metal sound.
Dude, it's weird, right? Either the first albums are really awesome and then it just goes downhill from there, or like the first album, the content's there, but you're just like, man, that just didn't sound
the recording
good.
sounds like garbage because they're doing it in the basement.
Yeah.
It's so
right.
funny.
So
All right.
there's two more things.
What?
Like end of show housekeeping type stuff. One, Ben and I were talking yesterday at lunch, and he was like, yeah, I was listening to Giant Bomb, right? And they were talking about which theme song is better, DuckTales or the Pokemon theme song. We talked about it for a minute, and I was like, I threw it in the Discord, and I was like, no, I'm going to throw this on Twitter. And it's
There's a lot of people that responded to this.
Yeah, this got voted 214 votes.
It's good to know that when I post something about my band on Facebook, I get one like, and asking which is better, DuckTales or Pokemon, gets like 250 people to come out.
Was your band around? Hey, Ben, was your band around when their childhood was happening? No.
Yeah.
Does your band do
It pretty much
covers of
was.
the DuckTales theme song?
We're one of those bands that just can't get out of like what people were listening to in 2005.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
Anyway, DuckTales won
there.
by a landslide,
As
63%
it should.
to Pokemon's
As it should.
37%.
Wow.
Yeah, so there was that. And then last but not least, member of our community, Chris Uncle Toxie, sent us a Destiny 2 code, emblem code to give away, the Hellspawn emblem code. So I'm just going to read it right now. And if you want it,
I'm not going to type it in.
the first person to get it gets it.
If you're on the show, you're not allowed to take it.
Yeah.
What?
Sorry about it.
Keep going. I don't know what I'm doing over here.
It's for
Anyway,
listeners only.
Here we go. I'm
Yeah,
going to say it once.
I'm totally watching hockey right
DFTHJ6KRA. That's all you
All right,
get.
there you go.
There it is.
HJ.
Any of you actually listening right now? It's already gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe somebody in the live chat grabbed it. Maybe
Or
they
it's
didn't.
Still out there.
Or it's still out
Yeah.
there.
Still floating.
Yeah.
Yeah, just everyone at once. Everyone at
If
once.
you-
Went, I'm not going to get it. I won't try.
If you
Someone
grab
in
it,
3 years is
Let
like,
us know.
yeah, let us know if you grabbed the emblem code that you got it.
Just hit us up on Twitter at BarelyADS. Send us an email to BarelyADestinyshow.com. Remember, you can watch this show Thursdays at around 10 or 11 p.m. God's time on twitch.tv/BarelyADS. Band of the week this week is Sleeping Patterns. That's sleepingpatterns.bandcamp.com. Let me tell you guys, it's free. So pick it up and put it on your iPod.
Or
I'm
your
Det Ben
Zune.
Malone, and you can find me everywhere at Det Ben Malone. Unless you're on Origin, that's Dad Bod Malone. It's a shame.
Yeah.
All right. Senior Fudd, where can people find you?
Yeah, man. Well, thank you for having me here, guys. You can thank Russell for having a business meeting tonight, which is why we're recording tomorrow, and I can be here.
Nice.
Yes.
I was getting
So the
worried. I
show
was
we
like,
do.
we're definitely running over into his show.
Yeah, no, I would have said something. But yeah, that show, just some Guardians. We've kind of turned into more just a general nerdy, talky gaming stuff, but it's been really good. I'm really enjoying where we're going. So you can find us on iTunes, JSG Cast. We're on. I said iTunes instead of Twitter. I'm pulling a Russell here. I'm tired. Twitter at JSGcast. You can find us on iTunes and Podbean. As for myself, ElmmerFudd. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch and YouTube. What? At ElmmerFuddGames. Double M double D.
Scott.
At Slapshot Scott, the O's are zeros. As always, shout out to the BADS community, my clan, IAP. Evil J. He was trolling me in chat earlier about hockey, so that was funny as hell.
All right. Steve.
I'm Zanfan711 everywhere.
Cool. And last, but certainly not the least, Titanfinity himself.
Hi guys, my name is Danfinity, and you can certainly find me at twitch.tv/NemPlays, NEMPLAYS.
Nice.
Anywhere where you could find social media. Social media, NemPlays, NEMPLAYS. That is where you can find me. Certainly not NemPlays.
I had a business idea for you. You could sell Dan's flannel tea, and it's a tea like the tea that you drink, and you just
and the bags are
flannel.
Or it's just a flannel T-shirt.
I see where you're going with that.
Drafty made the flannel T-shirt and had it sit.
Yes, so now we got to up our game.
Yeah,
It's been done.
So-
it is.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it is
like it.
pretty. It is pretty warm.
All
All
right.
right. Now on that note, until next week, let's go get some cheeseburgers.
Now I'm hungry again.
Seriously.
You guys
All
should
right.
be proud of me. I've watched almost the entire hockey game with an outburst.
Proud?
I'm proud
with
of
a
you, Scott.
half chub.
I'm super proud.
All right, let's clap again so we can raid somebody.
Just made a Mario level over.
So we can raise somebody.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
All right. Let's see. Let's raid.
The panties. Oh.
Let's raid Project Guardians. Boom. All right. Thank y'all for hanging out. Appreciate it. We'll see you next week.
Oh God, sorry. I keep forgetting about my numpad, and that happens.
That's okay. That was awesome.
Is that gonna end up on your audio track?
I hope so.
Oh my god. That'd be the greatest. That would be the fucking greatest.
What episode number is this?
116.
116. I know that because the 6 key on my keyboard.
Is the
Hit it again.
I love it. It's fucking amazing. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, I gotta get a link.
I gotta go to sleep.
Yeah, I gotta do that too. As soon as I get these guys a link.
I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, sounds good.
See you, buddy.
Peace out, Ben. So much fun every time.
Amen. Yeah, it's really like if I have something on every key, like when I'm doing our show,
Uh-huh.
and like the next day I'm like, what was I doing? I had to buy something online, so I typed in my credit card, and it was just like all these sound effects blaring the entire time.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my god. I had I got a Stream Deck this week.
Ooh.
I've been using that. It's been super fun.
And a lot of people hop in your chat and go, "Who gave Dan a a soundboard?"
You're the only one who asked that, actually.
Really? I thought I saw somebody else ask that too.
I feel like I can't be trusted with something like that because I would definitely abuse it.
Oh, Dan definitely abuses it.
As you should.
I abused it yesterday. Today, I went through and I uploaded a bunch of audio tracks to the Streamlabs bot, so that people in chat can, like, when they post something, like LOL or BRB, what are a couple of the other GG, or like things like that, like it'll prompt an audio cue so that, like, I don't know, it's the fart one's the best though.
It's so good. Do you guys listen to the Ron Burgundy podcast?